Hey, it's TaxQuips time from TaxMama.com. Today, TaxMama hears from Joe in the TaxQuips Forum with this odd tale. He says, my cousin's wife, whose very important missing word over here, was born in Canada and is also a U.S. citizen, will be receiving about a $150,000 inheritance from her father's estate. My cousin and his wife live in the U.S. Her parents are Canadian citizens. Her father, who was living in the Bahamas the past few years, passed away in 2009 and was living in the Bahamas at the time of his death. My cousin has no idea if there are Canadian or Bahamian taxes paid from the estate. My cousin has been trying to find answers to this question, which is, what if any U.S. federal or state taxes are there on the inheritance? Her mom, who is still living, will receive the entire estate except for the $150,000 bequest provided to his daughter through the will. They sought help from a high-priced accounting firm that was recommended by a local accounting organization, but he provided little or no help, and his fee was nearly $1,000. Can you provide some guidance on this tax issue? Well, Joe, I guess I don't understand the problem, or why it cost $1,000 not to get an answer. The U.S. inheritance issues are pretty straightforward. 1. There are no U.S. federal taxes on an inheritance, period. 2. To bring in that much money in the year, your cousin's wife will have to fill out a Form 3520 to report the source of the funds and prove it wasn't taxable. Pretty simple. 3. As Doris pointed out, though, some states may have inheritance taxes. The easiest way to find out if she doesn't have her own tax professional in her state? Watch this. Just call up the state's tax authority and ask them. Again, that's free. 4. Was the word you're missing in that first phrase above, father? Were you trying to say her father was born in Canada and is a U.S. citizen? If that's the case, you do have an issue. His estate may face U.S. taxes. In 2009, there was still a U.S. estate tax in place. If her mother is not a U.S. citizen, the problem is the total tax-free estate might be limited to $60,000. If mother is a U.S. citizen, then the exclusion is $3.5 million, and there are special provisions for spouses. But if the estate is at that level, you do need a U.S. tax attorney involved to set up some other trusts. 5. As to the Bahamas and Canada, I doubt there are taxes for the heir. Rather, her father's estate may face taxes, or in Canada, capital gains taxes that are due upon death. Her mother will have to sort that out with her attorney. Now, if the accounting firm didn't give her enough steps to get this far, find out just what they did do for the money. Perhaps they did provide some useful assistance. If not, request a refund. Nobody should have to pay when all someone does is bill for wasted time. And remember, you can find answers to all kinds of questions about inheritance taxes and other tax issues free. Where? Where else? At TaxMama.com.